plan for today was to leave our stuff where it was and make our way up to the top of Fraser Island to explore the area.
We're heading up to the top now. This is the Nagala Rocks bypass track. Depending on the sand and right at low tide, you can sometimes get around there, but most of the time you can't. You got this, you kind of got to drive up over this coffee rock here, up through a bit of mud. Then you got the soft sand track up through the dunes and down the other side.
The Nagala Rocks bypass track is known for being the biggest challenge when you make your way up to the top of the island. You have to make your way over a couple of dunes and the sand can get super soft. As well as this, the track can get narrow in places, meaning if you meet oncoming traffic, it can be hard to get out of each other's way. This muddy section has a rocky bottom, so take it nice and slow, you're not going to have any problems. Once you come through the rock and mud, then you've got your drive up through the dunes. Once again, make sure you got your tyre pressures nice and low. I was running about 15 psi. And in my forward drive, I'm either using second or third gear low range. As we were nearing the top of the island, we spotted an injured bird on the edge of the water, so we went back to have a look and see if we could help it.
What is that? Oh, he's trying to get you.
What is it?
It's a duck.
Well, he's probably going to get eaten by a dingo.
Well, better than drowning. What do you think we should do with it? Settle down.
As you round the top of Fraser Island, the scenery changes once again. You got beautiful calm seas and crystal clear water.
This is the northern tip of Fraser Island where we are now. Once you come around the corner there, the ocean goes really calm again as you come out of the breeze and the swell's not hitting it. There's a few really nice camp spots down along here. You can see the lighthouse in the background there behind me. We're going to head out over there, around there a few k's and have a look at it now.
When we were up the top, both Kayla and I were saying how we wished we had our camp stuff with us. It was just so nice up there, and there's not many crowds up the top either. What?
Nothing. Is this good footage?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, zoom in more. That's cool.
From where you park your four-wheel drive on the beach, it's a 2.4 kilometre return walk up to the Sandy Cape Lighthouse and back. It's another awesome piece of history from the early days on Fraser Island and definitely worth checking out. The Sandy Cape Lighthouse is heritage listed and still remains active today. Built in 1870, it was the second major lighthouse to be built in Queensland and remains the tallest lighthouse in the state of Queensland. After checking out the lighthouse, we made our way back down to the car to have a bit of lunch and relax up the top of the island for the afternoon.
What a pain in the ass it is using a tripod. These big sand dune systems are so amazing. They're just huge, spread across the island. They're everywhere. You can't drive on any of them. They're all closed to driving, but you can obviously still walk on them. Over there. I just came for a walk up here. Just had some lunch after the lighthouse. The lighthouse is back over there. Then we cruised back that couple of k's and found a nice spot there. I think we're going to hang here for the next couple of hours and wait for the sunset. Hopefully get a nice sunset. We didn't see any western sunsets because it was too cloudy over there both days. So we're keen to see the sun go down over the water. It looks like we're going to get a pretty nice sunset. The sun's going to come out of those clouds there in a minute and then it'll should look good. I think I'm just going to move the car up that way because the tide's coming in and I don't know if we'll be able to get past that sand dune soon. Our last night on Fraser and we finally got a sunset over the ocean. That's it. Tide's moving in super fast. 2 metre tide tonight I think because we had full moon last night. So it might be a bit of a tight squeeze up the beach on dark, but hopefully we make it. Otherwise we're camping in the car up here tonight. In the summer months, you're not allowed to drive this beach at night down to Waddy Point from November to March, I think it is, because of sea turtles. But in winter you can. It's no restrictions.
As soon as the sun went down, we jumped in the car and started heading back towards camp to try and beat the tide.
The water is getting closer and closer to these sandbanks as we're going up. We're about halfway along now, coming up back up to Nagala Rocks in a minute. How's the moon? I think it was full moon last night. The moon's rising out there above the clouds now. It looks super cool. Two Nagala Rocks. There's the southern and northern one. We're at the northern one now, and because of tight tide we can't get past it either, so we're going to have to, I think there's a bypass track around this one too. and then we go over the other side, and then we'll take the bypass track around the next one. The tide's getting higher and higher.
On these bypass tracks, you have to make your way up and down a few little sand dunes, so they do require a little bit of momentum to get you through them. I absolutely love this drive back at night with the full moon out over the ocean, and then driving through these sandy tracks on our own. So much fun.
We're at the South Nagala Rocks bypass now, about 80% of the way back to camp. It's a little bit of a race against time with this tide coming in. It's getting closer and closer up the beach. It isn't helping that I'm filming everything either.
After getting past both the bypass tracks, a few more k's down the beach, and we arrive back at camp for the night.
Made it back to camp. How do you feel?
Great.
Kayla's decided to get a new boyfriend. She's had enough of my stupidity. Today's our last day on Fraser Island. We're making our way back down along the east coast today, all the way back down to the Ferry at Inskip Point. First stop being Champagne Pools. We haven't been here yet and the sun's out today, which is awesome. We're going to have a swim here, have a look around, then we're going to start heading off, probably stop at Eli Creek for a swim as well.
Champagne Pools is another awesome must-see attraction on Fraser Island. It's a great place to relax, enjoy the sun and have a swim. The waves from the ocean wash up over the rocks into these beautiful crystal clear pools. When we arrived in the morning, we were the only ones there and we had the whole place to ourselves. But then by the time we left, there was quite a few other people there. It can get very popular and most of the tourist buses stop there as well.
No shortage of champagne.
I'll do the talking from now on. That's cool.
We've just finished up at Eli Creek. Oh, yeah. It's your vlog.
We just finished up lunch and a swim at Eli Creek. So much nicer here in the sun compared to when we were here a few days ago and it was cloudy. We're going to make the drive back down to the southern tip of the island now and catch the ferry at Inskip Point. Floating down the warm, clear waters of Eli Creek is so much fun. Eli Creek is the largest creek on the eastern beach of Fraser Island, and it pours up to 4 million litres of clear, fresh water into the ocean every single hour. Eli Creek was the final stop on our trip before we started heading back down to the bottom to catch the ferry over to Inskip Point. Fraser Island is the world's largest sand island, stretching over 120 kilometres. It can get extremely busy at times, but if you pick the right time, then I highly recommend it as a must-see four-wheel drive and camping destination in Australia. Back at the ferry area for the Inskip Point ferry. We're the only ones here. I don't think too many people leave Fraser Island on a Friday afternoon. I think it's about 3:30. We're going to catch the ferry over and then camp at Inskip Point tonight. This weather's perfect at the moment. The ferry runs back and forth all day. It's only about a 10, maybe 15 minute trip, and it just goes back and forth all day. I think it starts this time of year, it starts 6 in the morning and ends 5 o'clock of an afternoon. So yeah, you don't have to book it or anything. You just turn up, line up, and then get on it when it comes over.
Yeah, but I think it'd be better if you just held it.
Yeah, just like this.
And I'll do it.
Yeah. It's never gonna split.
Why?
You're not hitting it hard enough. Oh, it's splitting.
Ah!
Oh, did it!
All in a day's work.
We got up pretty early this morning, packed up camp back at Inskip Point. Pretty popular spot there. There's lots of campers even in winter. Couldn't really get one of the nice spots down the beach, but we've still got a good spot back up off the beach a little bit. There's hundreds of spots there, so it's unlikely that you won't get a spot. From Inskip Point you can drive back along the beach up to Inskip Point town, Rainbow Beach town. So it's about a 10k drive back up along the beach. We're going to have a bit of brekkie now, and then we're going to make the drive home. We've got about a 10-hour drive home today.